Yo, what up everybody? It's your boy the Kryptonian saying here, bringing you a review for One Piece chapter 487. I'm loving what I'm reading. It's pretty cool to, see Brook playing the music, and while the music's being played, you can tell he's playing from his heart, and that's what Oda's kind of conveying in this. And you're seeing all of Brook's memories from when he first joins his crew, to waking them up with the music, to when they first meet Laboon, to trying to tell him like, hey, you're too small, you can't come with us on the Grand Line, and yet Laboon follows them anyway. And when they get to meet Crocus, which is a pretty cool touch, and to know that Luffy and his crew did follow the same path, because Captain Yorki ended up getting infected in that jungle, which is the same, I'm assuming it's the same jungle that, Nami got infected at. And if you'll recall, during that point, it was specifically stated that, I believe by Dr. It wasn't Hero Look, it was Kureha. She said that, she had like the cure for it, and if Nami didn't get treated, Nami would die. And that's what's going on with, Captain Yorki. But I remember when I first started One Piece, one of the things you guys told me was, if you don't see the body, Oda didn't kill the person. So I kept that in mind when I was reading, and one thing that kind of, struck to me was when Yorki is telling him, like, hey, Brook, take care of the crew. And Brook is saying, well, we'll see each other again. Well, this is my thing. Oda wouldn't go out the way to show that Captain Yorki had a bounty, wanted dead or alive. Not show us the bounty, but tell us that it increased. And we haven't seen all the warlords. So maybe I'm reaching here, but, Oda has to bring him in, and I'm guessing it's going to be for some type of warlord position, because Brook specifically states that, well, I'll see you again someday. And maybe you could say Brook was just, talking to his friend on the deathbed. But one of the things I've learned with Oda is there's no such thing as overthinking. And if it looks like he's laying seeds for something, he's laying seeds for something. Think back to it. Like, if you go all the way back to the whole thing with Laboon, there was no fucking way that anybody thought back then that we were going to actually meet someone from that crew that left them. Oda just painted them in a negative light. Like, they just hauled off, they left them, broke Laboon's heart, and they probably got killed. And we do know that is what happened, because when Brook goes back to his ship, he sees all of his crewmates, the skeletons. One of them's got a sword through the head, and he buries them in a casket, which is a really nice touch. And it was one of those moments where less is more. Like, Oda could have just, taken several panels, and this would be something Kishimoto would do. Kishimoto would show us 8 or 9 panels on a page, showing the act of picking them up, putting them in the casket, having the casket being filled with flowers or something, and it being closed, and just little small things. It actually makes it easier for the anime to adapt it, because it's showing fluid movements. Whereas what Oda did, he just took that snapshot and he let you fill in the blanks on it. And you could say maybe that's just lazy drawing, but because I've seen Oda in the art style improve, particularly in the last couple arcs, especially this arc, and then incorporate some things that when I studied art in college, he's doing certain things that I remember covering in class. So this was pretty cool just to see that, how he used that and just said, here's a snapshot of this moment from Brook's memory, which is a really nice touch, because you can tell these memories are fragmented. And it goes into something that a lot of musicians say. They say that when they play music, when they sing music, it comes from the soul. Don't come from the heart. It comes from the soul. And it just comes from deep down inside. And that's what you're getting out of Brook. And you see him getting emotional as the scope goes from being really close to his memories to panning out towards him. And you just see that one moment. And that was really cool just to see that. Like, seeing the progression of Brook as a character just in this one chapter, we learned so much about him. And it's my hope that when I reach this point in the anime, and I am watching the One Piece anime, I just have to take breaks from it, because the pacing's slow as hell, and then the other part is, I don't know, I think it's mainly just the pacing. I don't think there's two things on that. But what's really telling is Oda opened up the door for there to be filler, where we can get some episodes where we see Brook interacting with his crew. So overall, this is a really good chapter. I really love finding out more about Brook, and it feels like this is the moment where Oda is preparing to have Luffy get his musician. And if that's the case, that means that the Straw Hat Pirates have been filled out, because Luffy has everything he wanted. He wanted a navigator, he wanted a swordsman, he wanted a musician, he wanted a cook. Now he has a carpenter. I mean, a medic, even though that wasn't what Luffy wanted at first. He wanted a fucking musician at first. Luffy's crew is complete. So now we can see them progress to the new world. And I think it's pretty cool that Luffy, and we don't know, at least if we do, I might have missed it, but I don't think we know the specifics at this point of how Shanks' crew is made up. But if I'm remembering correctly, when you go back to the Romance Dawn chapter 1, I think Shanks' crew is a lot bigger. So I think that opens up the door for maybe Luffy's crew to get even bigger than it is now. But at the same time, I feel like Oda's compacted just enough to where we don't need any more Straw Hats. This is the perfect number. Because once you start getting a bigger cast like this, and to Oda's credit, he's done a pretty good job of building up the secondary characters. He didn't let them go to a waste. That was one of my problems when I read Bleach, and I feel like Naruto did an okay job with it, but there's some stuff I feel could have been done better, particularly once you get into the female characters, which, to Oda's credit, his women characters, they all have different personalities. They have all gone through character arcs. Oda's done a really good job. He can't draw women for shit. He's gotten better. But he can't draw women for shit, but he can sure as hell write them. And that's why I enjoy just reading a manga opposed to watching the anime. Like, I could read, I have like I don't think I've told you guys this before, but like, I could sit down and read 7 or 8 volumes of One Piece in the span of an afternoon. And I have to stop myself because I want to enjoy this organically. I want to read a few chapters, record them, let the day go, let the afternoon go, night, whenever I record, and then come back to it. You know, I enjoy this slow burn because I feel like there's so much stuff that Oda just trickles in where when I can kind of read it and then speak to you guys and get my thoughts out of the way and then go back and then pick up another volume after that and just, you know, read that after it's marinated. I feel like I'm able to catch more of what Oda's doing. So I enjoy reading it in this way. You know, I've been getting a lot of messages from people saying, can you just hurry up, catch up with the One Piece, start doing the anime, start doing the manga, start doing One Piece discussions. All that's coming. I gotta go my way. I gotta go my way. I'm loving this right now, and this section is really precious to me. Like, whether I get like 8 One Piece videos in a week or if I get 4. This section is really precious because the community is so crazy. The comments are really nice to read. And you guys have kind of steered me in the right direction. It's been really, really fun following One Piece up to this point. I can't wait to take it any further. But my chapter question to you guys is, what did you think about Brook's character arc in this one chapter? And do you think that Oda should have gone this route for all the other Straw Hats instead of giving us whole arcs? Just compress their lifetime key moments into one chapter? Or do you think that this is just a one-off thing? And did you like the symbolism behind Brook playing the music and having the music come from his heart, come from his soul? But as always, guys, if you like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching the end of the video, guys. Have an awesome day.